My name is Robert Jacobs. I am a senior special agent with the Kansas Bureau of Investigation. I started attending Washburn in their master's program in 1997, which was their first year of their master's program, and graduated from that program in 1999. My undergraduate degree was actually in psychology, and I started working in that field following graduation. And while doing that, I always had an interest in the criminal justice field. I made acquaintances with Dr. Mike Mansky, who was a professor here in the Criminal Justice Department at Washburn. And through those connections, he advised me that Washburn was getting ready to start a master's program in the Criminal Justice Department. He kind of piqued my interest into that, and so I decided to try that, and I enrolled and started a program through there. While I was actually attending some of those classes in my master's program, I was approached, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation was recruiting some people for a part-time position. I was very interested in the KBI, and so I went ahead and applied, and that's how I actually first made a connection to the KBI, was through a class at Washburn University. Well, while I was attending that program and progressing through that program, interestingly enough, and unbeknownst to me, the deputy director of the KBI was actually also in the program as well. And he and I took a couple of classes together, and as we were talking, he approached me with a full-time position, and so I started out as a civilian position with the KBI. And I think through the connections that I made with Washburn and in the criminal justice program, the master's program, I was able to go on to get hired on with the KBI, and then further on into that career, become an agent, which was kind of my goal from the get-go of getting into the agency. Well, I think that the master's program specifically with Washburn is a great program. It's one that challenges the people who are in that program. Your instructors are very oftentimes practitioners in the field of criminal justice, and they're going to bring a real-life experience to the classroom, which is something that you don't see all the time. And it provides the traditional and the non-traditional student with the opportunity to see kind of how the world works in that field, both in the classroom as well as in a real-life experience. I don't think that you could say enough about the collaboration between Washburn and the KBI from here forward, especially. The laboratory offers opportunities for the students of Washburn to get a real hands-on look at forensic work, both in the sciences as well as crime scene investigation. As well as for the KBI, it's a benefit to start looking at potential applicants and having the ability to bring in very highly qualified and educated applicants. Well, I think that Washburn provides an opportunity for the students to make a collaboration with other practitioners, with other students who then move on into the criminal justice field, and you have those connections all over the state and even all over the country. I think that the benefits that I've seen from working at the KBI as well as attending Washburn is the friendships as well as the instruction at a high level to further my career, as well as just look at advancing the field of criminal justice in general. The instructors at Washburn are very genuinely interested in the students succeeding, and they go to great efforts to do that. I think that whether it's the undergraduate program in criminal justice or the graduate program in criminal justice, that I think that they're wanting those students to succeed because they know that that's the next generation for law enforcement, and to try and make that field as professional as they can be. And I think that higher education does that.